guys, welcome back to my channel. I can't believe I'm finally back here doing this. It has officially been over a month since I've sat down and made YouTube videos. That's probably the biggest break I've ever had while on this channel. It's so weird, but in case you guys are wondering, I had a really good time on my trip to South America and Antarctica, and I'm very slowly going to be uploading the vlogs for that. There is so much footage, so I'm sorry if some weeks I don't upload one. Actually, it's not necessarily the fact that there's a lot of footage, it's the fact that it's spread across so many devices. I filmed on 3 iPhones, 2 cameras, and a GoPro. I'm so excited to be back. As soon as I got back into Wi-Fi, I was so excited to talk to you all and stuff, and I was very amazed with the amount of subscribers I got while away. Like, I am absolutely shocked. When I left, I think I was on about 870, and then Blake emailed me and told me that by New Year's I'd reached 900, and now I think I'm at about 955. So what? Why is this happening? I don't know where you guys are coming from, but hello if you're new to this channel, and thank you for subscribing. Also, the reason you guys have been flooded with a crap load of vlogs since I've been back is because I've been sick. How annoying is that? I wasn't sick the whole time I was away, but then as soon as I got home, I've been sick ever since. So if throughout this video it looks like I've shifted spots, it may have been because I ran off to the toilet at some parts. You guys will never know. Before I begin, I have to take my pants off, which I know sounds really weird and you guys can't see it anyway, but it is so hot here in Australia. Like, it probably isn't as hot as it was since I left, but I was in Antarctica, so don't judge me, guys. Okay, so first question is from Tumblr, and it's from Anonymous, and it is, do you still watch New Girl? I was really surprised when I received this question because I haven't watched New Girl for over a year now, so the fact that they remembered was really cute, so I appreciate that. But yeah, as I just said, I haven't watched New Girl in over a year. Back when I watched New Girl, I was absolutely obsessed with it. It was one of those shows I could just watch episode after episode, which I can't do with many things, so it was a big deal. But then I basically just started feeling very guilty about watching stuff illegally, and since then I haven't found a legal way to do it. Does anyone know a legal way that I can watch New Girl? Let me know in the comments, please. Honestly, I can't find a way to do it. It doesn't seem to be on Foxtel anywhere, and it's not on Netflix. Maybe it's on something else like Stan, but I honestly don't really want to pay for like multiple services at once. But yeah, please let me know in the comments if you know how to do that, because I miss it. The second question was on Instagram, and it's from one of my lovely dedicated subscribers. Her name is Clueless Stacey, and the question is, does the friendship between men and women exist? I thought this was a great question, but for some reason when I read this to my boyfriend Blake, he's like, obviously it can exist. But I know what you meant. I know what you meant, Stacey. The answer is yes. I do think that friendship can exist between men and women, and the main reason I think that is because I have experienced it in my own life. Obviously, it is common for friendships to kind of not stay that way the whole time. Like, you know, one person likes each other at one point. I do think male and female friendships can be complicated though, mainly if those two people are straight for obvious reasons, because at one point they might be attracted to each other, or one person is and the other isn't, or whatever, and obviously one of them or both of them could have feelings for each other, so it can be complicated, but I do think it's possible and it exists because it exists in my own life. Next question is from the YouTuber Beauty by Isla. Is it sad that I've actually been sitting here for 5 minutes scrolling through our conversation because I was only 99% sure that's how I pronounce her name, but I did remember it, so go me, I was right. Isla asked me 3 awesome questions, and the first one was most embarrassing moment. Top of my head, the first thing that comes to mind was in year 11 or 12. Basically, we were having like a big year level meeting thing, and we had a new teacher and he was reading out our names. So before you hear the rest of the story, you need to realize that my last name is Horn, and it's pronounced H-O-R-N-E. The teacher was reading out our last names. I think it may have been for groups or something, and in front of the whole year level, he pronounced it Horny. He literally just said horny and didn't think anything of it, and then the whole year level laughed at me, and it was so embarrassing. Obviously they weren't like making fun of me, but I just at the time found that just like, oh my god, I just wanted to like curl up and just nub. Randomly, another embarrassing moment just came to mind, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. Does anyone know the game kickball? I don't actually know if that's like an Australian thing or what. Basically just imagine all these bases in a square, and you kick the ball and then you run around the bases. Like, we were playing that in primary school. It may have been about year 4 or something like that. and I kicked the ball and I was running and running and running, and somehow at the last base, I tripped on my own ball. I don't know how that makes any sense. Maybe people were passing it around for ages and I was just a really fast runner. I don't actually think I was, but maybe something like that. I'm not sure, but I know for sure it was my ball because that's what made it even more embarrassing. And I was running to the last base and I tripped on my own ball and I skidded on concrete like 2 meters. And it hurt so much. Like, you'd think I'll remember it for the pain, but I actually don't even remember that. I just remember being really, really embarrassed. And I remember my friend Haley was there and she was like helping me out and stuff. I don't actually remember what it felt like. I know it hurt a huge amount. There was blood all over my leg, but I just remember being more embarrassed than ever before. If I remember any other embarrassing moments, I'm gonna write them down because I really want to make a video based off it. I think it'll be really like cringeworthy to watch. The next question is, would you rather have your eyelashes or your eyebrows fall out? Straight away think, oh, I wouldn't want to lose my eyebrows because I'm thinking like that's just a part of your face you look really weird without. But then when you think about it, how weird would I look without eyelashes? I feel like my eyes would look, I don't know, really, really weird, and you can't fake that. Wait, if you use falsies, that would work. What if I'm better at using falsies or drawing eyebrows on from scratch, like on bare skin? That could be much easier to draw my eyebrows on from scratch. So I'm gonna go with losing my eyebrows. Oh, I couldn't do that though. I don't want to lose my eyebrows. And the last question from Isla is, one makeup trend you dislike. Nothing really stands out to me. Obviously, I love some things more, but if I don't like them, I sort of just forget about them. Graphic liner was kind of cool. I feel like I like everything. Even if I've never done it myself, I still appreciate it artistically. I'm gonna Google makeup trends and find out what I hate. That's how desperate I am. Okay, I found one I kind of dislike. It doesn't really have a name though. It's just in the flash of color section. I don't know. I feel like there's always a nicer way to have a touch of color. Like you could have a nice eyeshadow or a colored winged eye, but this type of thing, I don't think it's flattering. It doesn't do anything. It's very, very pointless. So that's one thing I hate, but it's not really like a trend exactly. Now I'm moving back onto Instagram, and this question is from How's Venom? Okay, I thought I was going to struggle saying that, but it's actually just 2 words. And the question is, who were your inspirations to start YouTube? Sadly, my brain is becoming more and more fuzzled with all of this as time goes on. But one thing I know for sure is that back then, when I started my YouTube channel like 3 years ago, I was obsessed with Lauren Curtis. And this was back when she was tiny. She was still in her bedroom. I think she might have lived with her parents back then. Does anyone remember her at that stage? Let me know in the comments if you do. It was definitely an inspiration to me. Not necessarily content-wise, because I had no idea what I wanted to make, but I could just tell she was having fun, so I was interested. So the second question from How's Venom is, how long did it take you to get that good at makeup? Thank you so much for including a compliment inside of the question. I appreciate it. Thank you for thinking I'm good at makeup. I have been wearing makeup for a long time. To put it into perspective, I graduated year 12 in 2014, and I started wearing makeup in about year 7, year 8. But back then it was really, really natural. I wore like the Body Shop powder and a bit of mascara. So for a while I wasn't actually trying. Do you know what I mean? I was just trying to look a little bit better. So I think the tipping point was probably when I started making these YouTube videos. Because even if you look at my very first YouTube video, I didn't wear a huge amount back then. I was still very, very basic. So probably back in year 12. Next question is from the YouTuber Just Me Geordie. Her channel is awesome, by the way. Go check it out. And the question is, favorite eyeshadow palette? I have prepared one here earlier. My favorite eyeshadow palette is without a doubt the Naked 2 Urban Decay palette. And one of the reasons for that is it's the only high-end palette I have, so obviously it just kind of stands out in that way. The reason I love this so much is because I can wear every single shade in this, and there are not many palettes out there which I could say I could do that with. And I find that because they're all a very similar tone. The next question is from my friend Simone, and her account name is It's Simi Yull, and the question is, how great am I? You are pretty damn great, Simone. I really, really miss her. I haven't seen her in so long. It's probably been like 9 months, maybe even a year. Oh, I hope it's not a year. I have to see you soon. So the next question is from Ben on Snapchat, and the question is, how long roughly does it take you to edit a video? First of all, I've never actually timed it. I don't actually notice time pass. Sometimes I'm editing for like 5 hours and I'm like, where the hell did that time go? But a lot of the time, the reason why I can't work it out is because I break it up so much. Like I'll edit for 5 minutes just randomly every now and then. For vlogs, it's not much time at all. Maybe, ooh, 2 hours? But for videos like this, it takes a long time. I could probably say with confidence 4 hours, 5 hours. I'm gonna go with 5 hours. It's mainly my fault because I talk so much and I need to chop it down. So I'm sort of punishing myself in the future by talking so much. I'll time it for you guys sometime and then I'll let you know in a vlog. And his next question is, where would you recommend going overseas? I really want to recommend Japan, even though I haven't been there, just because I really want to go. But from the places I've been, it really depends on what type of place you like going. If you like going to a place that is similar to Australia or is like a first world country, then I'll probably recommend New York or Washington. Or in Europe, I really recommend Berlin. Seriously, Berlin is absolutely amazing. Or Spain. I don't know if Spain is first world though. I'm not sure, but those are the places that aren't like totally out there that I would recommend. But if you want to go all out, then I really recommend Africa. I have traveled down the lengths of Africa on like a truck. If you'd like to hear about any of these experiences, just let me know and I'm happy to even just do a whole travel related Q&A. Also, South America is absolutely amazing. No matter where you pick, you're going to love it. And now that I've been to Antarctica, I'm going to recommend Antarctica too because it was an amazing trip. Go with Quark too. Quark are awesome. But honestly, if you guys are interested in seeing a travel related Q&A, I would absolutely love to do that. If one of you guys mentions that you'd like to see it in the comments, I will make it happen. And the last question from Ben is, are you in the Bulldogs cheer squad? And if you are, do you make the banners for the games? Basically in Australia, they have a game called AFL. Google it if you're interested. Honestly, if I try to explain it myself, I will fail. Team I support and have supported since birth is the Western Bulldogs. Fun fact, I've actually been a member of the Western Bulldogs since I was born. Also, another fun fact, the Western Bulldogs used to be called Footscray and they basically changed it to Western Bulldogs around the time I was born. So I was the first baby Bulldog and I even got in the newspaper and stuff. It's very, very cool. I just realized you asked if I was in the cheer squad, not if I was a member. Awkward, but yes, I am in the cheer squad, but I've actually only been in the cheer squad for a year. We always sat up the front, but we weren't on the cheer squad side. And I'm always front row because my parents and I absolutely love it there. Surprisingly, it isn't actually that popularly demanded, so it's not super expensive. A lot of people kind of want to be in the middle, I guess because it's a better view, but we just really love that we can actually talk to the players and you can try to catch the ball and stuff. And do I make the banners for the games? If you're referring to that huge banner, I have no idea who makes that, so I'm definitely not involved. And the last question is from Snapchat and it's from my subscriber Tamika, and the question is, what's the most expensive piece of makeup that you have bought? Funnily enough, this is actually the easiest question for me to answer because I've only bought 3 high-end products for myself, ever. And they are NARS Blush in Orgasm, Fairy Luminizer, I don't actually know if that's high-end. Is it high-end? What do you guys think? I just think it's expensive, so it must be. And a MAC lipstick, which I actually bought while I was away, so not many of you guys know about it. And I'm wearing it right now. So the most expensive piece of makeup I bought for myself is actually just this NARS Orgasm blush, which is $40. It's not actually that expensive at all. Also, I thought this would be a good time to reveal what shade this is. Across all my social media, I've been teasing you guys and I've been making you guess what shade it is. So, the shade is Brave. For some reason, in that photo, it doesn't look like Brave at all. Because of my awesome editing skills, you guys wouldn't realize that this part of the video is actually way after I finished filming. I'd actually packed up everything and I checked Snapchat and I saw that I had a couple questions and I really didn't want to leave them out. So I'm going to be putting them here. Okay, so the first question, I just spat everywhere, but the first question is from Alec, and the question is, what camera do you use? The camera I'm using right now is an Olympus OMD, and the camera I use to film my vlogs is actually a phone, and it's this phone, which is an iPhone 6. Next question is on Snapchat, and it's a Snapchat video. I'm so excited, and it's from Miss Johnson 2015. Love that she does this. I wish more people sent videos like this. I love it. Make sure everything's on properly.
Hi, beautiful lady. I am so excited to see you back in Australia. What is your favourite eyeliner lately and mascara?
I love her so much. She's so nice. It's so cute that she's like really excited to hear her back in the country, and Oh, that was really, really cute. I probably look really, really like emotional because it did make me really happy, but oh, thank you so much for that question. I'm gonna have to think though, so I'm just going to stop recording, search through all my stuff, and then I'll answer it for you guys. So the mascara that I've been loving the most recently is the one I've been using for the past 6 months, which I know is totally against the rules hygiene-wise, but it's not running out. It's just really, really annoying. And it is the Rimmel Scandaleyes Retro Glam Mascara, and it's basically in an hourglass shape. It's very similar to the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, like wand-wise, and I just absolutely love this. Formula-wise, it's perfect. It makes my eyelashes really, really voluminous. That's not a word. Basically, it makes them look awesome, and I've been absolutely loving it, and it's very affordable, which is very, very good. And eyeliner wise, I've been loving these two. I didn't know if you meant pencil or liquid, so I'm going to answer for both of them. For pencil, I love the Maybelline Master Kohl liner. I think it's absolutely amazing. I love the fact that you don't have to sharpen it. That just straight away wins me over. I find that the shape of this thing makes it really, really easy to apply on the go, which is awesome. So a lot of the time I just kind of chuck it in my bag, and then if I want to put on a little bit more makeup, I just apply it, and it's just really, really easy. I love it. Without a doubt, my favorite liquid eyeliner though is definitely the Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing liquid eyeliner. It is absolutely amazing. If you guys would like to hear more about this product, I have a video just dedicated to trying it on camera and reviewing it, so I'm going to link it in the description. Thank you so much again for that question and all of those nice things you said. Oh, it just makes me so happy. Before I end this video, I'd like to quickly celebrate that I'm using a new filming equipment thing right now. Comment below your guess of what it is, and then I'll reveal. 1 second, just give you a moment to comment. Do I really have to do this for 5 seconds? I guess I do now. I'm sure some of you guys already know from social media, but don't spoil it for the others. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so the new equipment that I'm using is a brand new tripod. I wonder if any of you guys noticed that this angle is more flattering. It's definitely more upright. It's so much nicer to look upwards than downwards. That just hurt my neck. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this very, very exciting video. If you enjoyed it, remember to give it a thumbs up. I'd really, really appreciate it, and click subscribe if you haven't already. Bye guys. I slapped my knee for no reason.